YouTube? Rook here from Rook Geek Goodness, my little channel web for all things geeky and cool. And welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to a brand new Funko review and unboxing video. I'm really happy, very stoked to bring this product to you guys now. I know it came out a few weeks ago. I'm a little late to the party. I do apologize. But before I do anything, I want to thank all my viewers and subscribers who tune in to watch my content. If you're someone new, if you've never watched any of my content before, please give this video a like at the bottom of the page and click that subscribe button. It's very important. It will help the channel a lot, and send this video review across the YouTube platform for other people who are looking for this type of content can find it. Now, one thing you may or may not know, if this is your very first video watching across my channel, I'm a big fan of the 80s, specifically two big properties that came out in the 80s. I love G.I. Joe and I love the Transformers. When I was a kid, those are my two go-to properties. More than anything else, I wasn't a fan of Masters of the Universe so much, but I liked G.I. Joe and I really liked Transformers. So when Funko decided to make a collaboration, a combination, a crossover, if you will, of an existing, kind of what they did back in the comics with Marvel, G.I. Joe and Transformers had done a crossover before. Funko has done so from GameStop. GameStop and Funko made this exclusive product in a tin. This is a real cool throwback to when I was a kid, when I had a lunchbox back in the day. This is what I get the feeling when I look at this product. Now, this is kind of like a mystery box. They call it a mystery box, but it's really not a mystery box. So let me break down the components before we get into it. What you get here is two pops in this box. You get a G.I. Joe pop and a Transformer pop. You either get an Optimus Prime with the Energon axe and Cobra Commander, or you get Megatron with the Energon kind of flail mace weapon, or Duke. Those are the two pops you can get. The total of 4 pops in this series you can get. You can get, I believe it's a sticker to tell you right here. Let me read off to you guys. You get a sticker, the lunchbox, which is this was the collectible box, they call it, a collector's edition. You get a keychain, you get the 2 pops, and assorted buttons, or 4 buttons you get with this particular product. So it looks really good. Before we do anything, we always look at the packaging and presentation. I'm going to do a long shot this time. I'm not going to go down to the table like I normally do. So this is a tin. This is a tin. It's like an old school lunchbox. There is no thermos. If you're asking, Rook, is there a thermos with this? There is no thermos. It has branding for the old school Transformers look. This is what they had back in, I think it was 83 or 84, one of those 2 years. On this side, you have a cool retro look of both Megatron and Optimus Prime. Over here, you have, I think it's Zartan. You have Zartan, Duke, and Shipwreck. Let's take off this wrapping now before we go any further, because I think we need to take this off so we can look at that artwork again right there. And this one we had Prime, Megatron, and Bumblebee over here. This one you have the Striker, which was a vehicle that came out, I want to say, in the second generation of G.I. Joe. Not in the first wave, but the following wave of G.I. Joe released in 83 or 84, I think it's the same year, that next particular wave, the Striker was in there. But this artwork, I didn't show the full thing because it was covered by that red strip, was based on the back of the card packaging for Transformers. So that's the packaging. I'll take a shot of it, put it on my turntable so you can see it, and spinning in 360. So it looks really good. I like the way this looks. I'm definitely going to keep this tin, because again, it gives me the feeling of nostalgia when I look at this product. So what am I hoping for? Let me think what I'm hoping for. Let me give you my predictions. I'd like to get the Prime and Cobra Commander. Megatron and Duke, not so much. Now, you're going to ask me, Rook, are there any chases? As far as I know, I have not heard them coming out with chases or rare versions or special exclusives beyond those 4 pops. So let's take a look at it here. Let's pop the lid and open it. So we got, in mine, we got Duke and Cobra, we got Duke and Megatron on mine. So I didn't get what I kind of hoped for. This is what they look like. I'm going to do up-close shots of these guys here and doing a quick unboxing so you see what it looks like. It does have a nice little red handle. It does move around right there. So when you take these guys out, will I eventually get the other ones? I don't know. I'd like to get the Prime and have at least the Megatron. Those are 2 I wish to have. When you take it out of the tin, it's just a tin. So let's pull this back up here and continue the breakdown. We've got product placement right here. So let's continue what we have. As I mentioned before, you get a, let's start with the simple stuff. You get a little sticker here, G.I. Joe sticker. Because I mentioned before, they did do a crossover where they met in the comics. They did do that comic crossover. Kind of cool. It was they did it several different times through different companies. And I think it was IDW did one. I know Marvel did one. I don't know all the other companies off the top of my head. But again, here's a sticker. This would look like typical G.I. Joe logo. We have this very cool keychain. Again, I'll take up-close shots in the on my turntable here up close of everything in B-roll. So you have you have the Decepticon symbol on one side. You actually no, you only have the Autobot symbol. I think they made you can get another version. The other box, I believe, has a Decepticon keychain as well. So you can get either the Autobot or the Decepticon. So this one is just the Autobot logo. Over here we got these pins I was mentioning before. Again, all 4 characters are available in the wave. You get all 4 buttons. These are buttons, not pins. So that's what you get. I'll again take up close shots of everything so you can see what they look like. So you get, of course, Duke, Cobra Commander, Prime, and Megatron. So, and of course, it's Funkoed out to have that Funko look to it. So let's get into it one by one. I'll start with, in my personal opinion, the weaker of the two, and that, of course, is Duke. Let's look at the packaging and presentation, which is what we always do when we take a look at Pop's up close first. The packaging looks good. We got Pop retro toys. So they consider it a retro toy. So, and that's what the look here is. They go back to the 80s, so it's a retro feel. So you got Pop retro toys, the G.I. Joe logo. You have number 46 in this wave. A shot of what Duke would look like out of packaging, the side shot of him here. It does say Duke right here. And the back of the packaging is a throwback to the artwork from the original G.I. Joe, let's say the 3 3/4 figure, what it looked like back on the file card. That was the artwork they lifted from that. Let's take a look at them real quick and let's do an unboxing. Of course, they do have brands. It's only at GameStop. I didn't mention that before. It's only GameStop right here. Nice window box display of Duke. That's how we normally see Duke. So then more B-roll shots, you'll see it shortly, of Duke. So let's take a look at him here. This is basically a throwback. This feels very much like holding the old retro toy, the old vintage G.I. Joe Duke figure in hand. It looks very cool. I'm very happy with this. The only thing they didn't do compared to the artwork here, he had a big gun, like he had a big rifle. He just has a pistol in this one. Let's take a look at the look here of him. Looks good. It looks like they lifted it right off the toy, the action figure. It looks really, really good. The backpack, he has that very similar backpack we saw on the toy he has right here. Again, he doesn't have a rifle, he has a pistol. Articulation, head will spin 360 with no hindrance. I do like that. He's wearing the fatigues, the sort of darker color fatigues from the chest, the green fatigues on the legs, and of course the boots. I mean, the bandolier crosses across his chest. When you look at him, he screams Duke to me. I like the way he looks. Great representation of Duke for a vinyl figure coming from the action figure market being put in vinyl figure form. Great design, great look for him. Wish he would have had the rifle like he did back on this packaging right here. Maybe if he was holding the helmet, that would have been cool as well. But it is what it is. But all things considered, not too bad. Does not need a figure stand. Nope, no figure stand with this guy. So that I'm very happy about. Let's put him kind of on top of the lunchbox here. So that'll be better. So we'll flank each side with the figures here. He is a bit shaky. What I'm seeing here is a bit back heavy, so let's kind of tilt the head a little bit so he stands okay. Perfect. Now let's take a look at Megatron. The packaging first, like we always take a look at packaging. This looks very, very cool. Again, this is a throwback to when Megatron fought Prime in the original I want to say it's 1983's cartoon from the original pilot, but it looks really, really good. Again, the look right here says Retro Toys. We have the Transformers logo, which I believe is the Decepticon version, which it is. I'm assuming Optimus's one would be the good guy version of as well. We have Pop number 45 here. We have, of course, Megatron shot here. Nice window box display of Megatron. Does say Megatron down here. Over here is what it looks like when you have him out of the package. Over here, it does say Megatron right here. And the back of the package is cool because it looks like you would have one of the old toys in hand. When you had the toys, when it showed you the other characters in that wave, they would look like this. So I think that's very, very cool. A nice shot of Megatron right there. Of course, we do have the, mentioned again, the GameStop sticker. So great design, like the way it looks. I'm happy what Funko did with this. It looks very, very cool. Now let's take Megatron out of packaging. Oh, he feels good. He feels very, very good. I'm very happy about this. Wish it was Prime. Do I want to pick him up? Maybe on the secondary market, maybe at Amazon or at eBay, or if you guys want to do a trade, hit me up, please. Because I think I would like to get both the Prime and the Megatron to put them side by side, maybe in my shadow box. But he looks good. This is the original Megatron Walter P38 design here. This is, you could tell the way the figure looks because of the styling, the gun across the back right here. If you notice, he doesn't have his fusion cannon. I think either when he pulled this mace weapon out, the fusion cannon was either taken away from the episode or he dropped it. I can't remember what specifically happened, but he doesn't have the fusion cannon, which would normally be on his arm here, his right arm. But he has the Energon flail weapon, as I mentioned before. Articulation, head will spin. It's a bit shaky because there's a joint. You can see it coming right here, the top of the Walter P38. The pieces on the shoulder, they feel like they're rubbing across the plastic. Just because how this is designed, that's what it feels like to me. But huge, huge head, looks good, screams Megatron to me. When you look at this guy, if you ever had the original vintage Megatron Pistol, it's very, very shaky when you try to put them together. It's very, very thin and very, very slender, and it very much translates it to vinyl figure form. It looks just like the Megatron figure looked like back in the day. It looks very, very slender and slim. Is it 100% accurate translation from the toy to vinyl? No. This feels more cartoon accurate than it does toy accurate to me, because the figure was so slender and shaky, it doesn't feel the same looking from the toy to the vinyl figure. The Duke one looks really good. I like the transition they did taking it from the toy to the vinyl figure. This one looks more cartoon accurate than it would be looking for the actual figure itself. But he looks good. He stands well, a little better than Duke does. The feet are in this kind of tilted position. Looks really, really good. I will take, again, 360 on my turntable, some B-roll shots of both figures. I want to go back to Megatron again here. I want to really focus on that flail, because this flail looks to me like it has what they call light piping. It was a terminology that Transformers used back in the day, where you basically shined a light through the crystal item, and it gives this sort of glow effect. They did it with their eyes all the time, and when you shine a light like behind their head, because you normally would have, let's say, a crystal behind their head, when you shine, let's say, a small flashlight through that crystal, it gives this glow coming out of their eyes. Very cool effect. If you never did it before, very, very cool. And I do like how he looks here. Side by side looks very, very cool. I wish it was Optimus instead of Megatron, but I'm hoping to get my hands on Optimus either through the secondary market, through Amazon or eBay, or maybe one of my viewers want to do a trade. Hit me up in the comment sections below. If you have an Optimus, you don't want it, let me know. We could probably work out a trade, because I want the Optimus just to complete the Optimus and Megatron two set piece here. Cobra Commander, I would rather have him opposed to Duke, but I don't know if I'll get Cobra Commander. So with that being said, I hope you like this video review of both Duke and Megatron, coming from the collector's box right here of the Transformers Funko 2-pack with, of course, buttons, keychain, and last but not least, the sticker. And all important, I do like this lunchbox I mentioned before. It looks really, really good. I do think it's a very, very cool lunchbox. Very cool collector's piece to have. I do, again, hope you like this video review. Click the like button on the page. Click the subscribe button. When you subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon to be notified of my latest videos. And of course, last but not least, you can click windows over here to watch more of my content. Take care, guys. See you next video, and bye-bye.